Just a few days ago here in Portland, Oregon, a coalition of church groups, Muslim, Christian, and pagan folks tried to set up something called Village of Hope. The idea was to take money from a few 501c3 charities and pull them together and build some safe housing for homeless folks out of the way. It was on city property, but they were trying to mitigate the impact on the city area, the park area that's beside a wetland. It's a body of water where ducks come to breed and whatnot. But they were putting it out of the way. They're keeping it very clean. This is what happens every single time in Portland when another one of these groups tries to set up, and homeless people pull themselves up by the bootstraps. And when a lot of people argue and say that homeless people are just bums and they're not trying to help themselves, well, here's a clear-cut example of people trying to help themselves for themselves and city government getting in the way. I mean, this is just horrible. I see this pattern happen every time some group tries to give homeless people a more stable place to be. City government steps in and crushes it. So Village of Hope lasted approximately 4 days until no trespassing warnings were slapped up and then people's property was confiscated, and basically the homeless are getting pushed around in the Portland metro area. It's kind of like a apartheid for people that are poor as opposed to people that are black. So it's just ridiculous. So the day before the camp got torn down, I went and toured it to see the destruction of the wetland, as city government would like us to believe. And I got a chance to talk to Pastor Steve. He's one of the guys that helped try to create this Village of Hope for homeless folks. What you're about to watch is a split screen of my tour of the would-be Village of Hope and my interview with Pastor Steve. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, if you hook me up with a re-steam and upvote for police accountability, I'll send you that golden pony in the mail through the U.S. Postal Service that you've always wanted. This is Mike Blue here reporting for Film and Police Portland. I'm out here at a homeless encampment today because, well, when I woke up this morning, I was having my coffee. I looked up and my friend Mimi was helping shut down City Council. So I'm like, what's this about? And I tried to get to the volume and unmute it, but I didn't get there in time. So I don't really know what's going on out here tonight or what's been going on in the last 4 days. And I'm here with
Steve Kynes.
Steve Kynes, and you're a pastor, yes?
I am pastor, yep.
Right on. And can you tell me what's going on out here in the woods?
Where do you want me to start?
Start with the people that conceived of the idea, and what's the end game and what's the goal of why people are out here camping.
Okay, so we've got what was it? Lisa Lake, the CEO of Advocacy 5, myself, pastor of Honorable Christian Community, and some representatives of Boots on the Ground and PDX Nursing. We sat down a few months ago and said, well, what are we going to do? Just before that, some of my folks on the street were talking to me saying, we need another camp. We had camps a couple years ago to try to protect people, and they said, we need another one because we're getting moved every 2 weeks. We're having to, we can't have any kind of security, and so we need another camp to let people know that we are out here and we need some help. We need some people who are going to help us give some security.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
So, is this going to be modeled similarly to the homeless people helping homeless people model that Right to Dream 2 is, or is it similar to that?
The model is closer to the villages in Eugene.
Okay.
And so like that, in fact, actually, the structure of the tents and the platforms, and we're going to have overhangs, is based very heavily on that. Ours is a little bit more spread out, so people have got a little bit more room. But apart from that, that's our basic model, self-governed, with some oversight.
So it's kind of okay, with some oversight. Who's the oversight?
That is, the oversight would be myself, Lisa Lake, and Ibrahim.
Wonderful. Ibrahim Mubarak that runs R2D2, yes?
That's correct.
Okay,
yeah.
right on.
And who helped start Dignity Village, helped start villages in Seattle. Right.
Right. This is brilliant, and I love when I see this stuff out in my community. It makes me proud to live here, to see that people are actually standing up and doing what's needed. I mean, we don't need politicians. I mean, I make my anarchist arguments ad nauseum, but I really believe that it's stuff like this that's going to save America. It's going to save the people. I don't care about the flag. I care about we the people, and this is just amazing to me. I love seeing people help themselves, and that's all that the people out here needed, as far as I'm concerned, is for the government and the city government to leave them alone and give them the space to help themselves.
Well, and I think that there's a lot of that. I also think that city government has done some good things, and they've had some actions, and they've got some folks sheltered. But the thing is that there's no way they're ever going to do enough. We need everyone to do all the things. We need neighborhoods to set up villages.
Yeah, people power. Yeah.
We need people power. We need churches to set up villages and to house people. We need everybody doing all the things, because we're never going to succeed as a society until we say we are all, as a unit, no matter which organization or non-organization it is, or individual, we're gonna help people who are the most vulnerable and the people on the street. And we're not going to depend on the government, but we're going to use them just like we're going to use all the other resources.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are employees, when revenue is extracted from us via taxes, there should be an accounting. And like I said, I just love the direct action of this, and the fact that, you have Christians, you have anarchists, you have Muslims, you have left-wing progressives all working together for a common goal, which is to try to take care of people that are most vulnerable. I think it's amazing.
My good friend of mine said a pastor, a Muslim, an atheist, and a pagan walk into a bar. No, this isn't a joke. This is our reality. Because that's really how this camp got started. Because we got all these different people from all these different backgrounds, but we all agree on one thing. Well, we agree probably on more than one thing, but the one thing that we agree on.
What's the common thread?
The common thread is we are here to help the vulnerable, and that is why we're all here on Earth.
Now, very well said, Pastor. Speaking of helping the vulnerable, if people are out there on the interweb, how can they contribute to help out this cause? Where can they go?
If anyone wants to contribute financially, then the best way to do it is on Advocacy 5's PayPal, which is advocacy5@gmail.com. The Advocacy 5 is all spelled out, one word. Mm-hmm. If anyone would like to contribute like physical donations,
mm-hmm.
Whether that be lumber or shelves or things like that, then they can contact me at my email, stevekimes, STEVEKIMES @AOL.com. Don't laugh at me because I still have AOL. And they can contact me there, or they can get on Facebook, and we have a Village of Hope. That's the name of our village, mm-hmm. Village of Hope, here in Portland. That's a group. It's a public group. Anybody who wants to do that, and you can look at our list of the things that we need and of the different organizations that are supporting us.
Wonderful. Any final words you'd have to say to people just stumbling through the internet, having a look at this?
It is not illegal to live. It is not illegal to love. Then we should be allowed to do that.
Well, thank you, Pastor Steve. If you're watching this on Steemit, if you hook me up with an upvote and a re-steam for police accountability, I'm prepared to give you a 24 karat gold, diamond encrusted, beautifully shimmering mane, no pony. That's right. A gold pony for everyone who re-steams and upvotes. Pony offers are subject to my whim at any given moment and the willingness of the U.S. Postal Service to deliver your pony for free. If you're not smashing that like, upvote, or re-steam button, it's entirely possible that you might die one day. I'm never going to be a big fat steam it well unless you upvote and re-steam this post. Come on, smash that upvote button. You know you want to hit that re-steam button. Come on, do it.
I need to be able to afford to pay pretty girls to rub mayonnaise on my bunions.
That's right, fellow Stemians. You have the power to get mayonnaise slathered luxuriously all over my bunions.